Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a compromised speed through voiceover for the end of November through the beginning of December, and I'm using the Better Together Kawaii Subscription Kit from Sweet Kawaii Design. And if you don't know, I had this design and I gave it to Tasia and she brought it to life, and I couldn't be more pleased with how this turned out. It honestly hurts a little bit to use this kit because I want to hoard it forever and ever, but also it deserves to be used. So we're going to be using this kit. I really hadn't planned on this being a speed through voiceover, but with the combination of some technical difficulties and some audio issues, aka my husband being really, really loud, here we are. So I have a coffee and I was ready to go. I wasn't super chatty though. I think that was part of it. Like, I also was annoyed with how low my energy was earlier in the day when I filmed this, so it was kind of rough. So anyway, I mean, I'm just going on here for like probably a minute about how awesome my coffee is because it has whipped cream on top, because I never have whipped cream in the house, but because I had to make a pumpkin pie, we had whipped cream. So that's what that was about. Um, Honestly, today is Saturday the 27th, and yeah, this week was Thanksgiving week. So we had a lot of stuff, but also not a lot of stuff going on. It's been kind of, I'm like very sad. Tomorrow's Sunday. But some of the things for this week that I know that I was talking about when I filmed this initially is that I my work is going to be insane over the next 3 weeks, unfortunately. It's a combination of I literally have at least one meeting scheduled every day. And if you guys don't know, I'm a school based occupational therapist. I service 4 school districts, me and another CODA certified occupational therapy assistant. So it's me and then him, and we service 4 districts. And it's a lot. So I at least have one IEP meeting or a meeting of some sort every single day until Christmas break. So for 3 weeks straight. And I'm like nervous laughing about it right now because there's really nothing I can do about it. I'm going to try and take it day by day, but honestly, I am overwhelmed and it hasn't happened yet. So to make matters worse, my CODA that I work with, his wife is pregnant and due any day. So as soon as she has her baby, he's going to be out for the remainder of the semester, and I'm taking over the full caseload, or as much as I basically can. It's going to be very difficult, but we are just day by day. That's all I can do. All I can do is what I can do, and I can't do anything more than what I can do. So that's unfortunately that's just where we're at. On top of that, I have all of those meetings and all my progress reports are due, and just my other job duties, like just basic things. So it's going to be a very, very, very busy 3 weeks, which I think to add to the anxiety, last night I was sitting down and I realized, well, honestly, I realized a few days ago that I hadn't done any Christmas shopping, like none. And usually I'm done by now. Actually, I'm usually done fairly early. I mean, I'll always have like those little things that pop up last minute, but I sat down last night and I just nailed it out. Like I got everything done. Done. We're done. Christmas shopping is done. As much as I can hope that it can be done. And so I think that helped. Once everything comes in, I just know that these next 3 weeks are just going to go, they're going to fly. And I'm very nervous. We've got just a lot of things happening this month in general. And then on top of that, all of the holiday stuff. So it is what it is. So the flip side of being like overly anxious about work and everything is that I am going to do my Vlogmas-ish type thing that I did last year on Insta Stories. So I definitely cannot commit to like a YouTube Vlogmas. It can't happen between all the editing time and the uploading. But what I did last year is that every day in December I got on my Insta Stories and I made a point to show you guys more of my life and be more involved. So I plan on doing that this year. I asked you guys, you said yes, let's do it. Is it going to potentially stress me out? Yes. Or and it could potentially give me the one thing that I'm looking forward to doing every day. So I think I think it will be positive. I'll be honest with you guys, if it starts to become too much, I'll just let you know. And I know that you guys are going to have no issue with that. So I'm hoping that it can be a positive, happy, fun thing for me. I don't want it to be overwhelming. So again, we'll take it day by day. And if at the very least all I show you guys is my advent calendars, then that's what we'll do. I have the Nespresso advent calendar this year. We are doing the Aldi cheese one, and Darshell got me the Costco beer one, which I'm uber excited about. We also got the Build-A-Bear advent calendar for Jensen, and I know it wasn't specifically designed for kids his age. It was supposed to be, I think, like 3 and up. But you get like 6 little bear animals, stuffed animals inside, and then clothing, accessories. And I think he's really going to like it. I do. He may not be super into it this year, but it'll be like an activity that he can get out of his toy closet, and I think it'll be a good one for him. So I'll be going through those every day. And I'm gonna pause right, like real quick. If you can hear a dog snoring in the background, I'm sorry, but like I literally can't escape him. It's Colby. He's attached to my hip. He likes to be wherever I am and will cry if he's not. So he's snoring right now. I can't make him stop. Well, I mean I could, but that would just be super rude. So I'm not going to do that. So anyway, I will be doing those advent calendars and just getting you into my life as much as I can, as much as I'm comfortable with. Which usually I'm like a blank slate. I don't really care what I talk about or anything like that. But, just within the realm of my mental health kind of stuff. I do want to pop in and say these date covers, I love them. But I would really like if the numbers fit inside the wreaths. So you guys have seen me before if you've watched my channel. I've cut those down before. I've made them fit. I had zero desire to do that today, and I'm not going to go back and touch them later, so it is what it is. But let's start diving into what we did this week. So Monday, we would have gone to my dad's house, and I was about to say that I couldn't remember it being eventful or uneventful in any way, but actually, I had gotten back from Cleveland Sunday night, which is crazy that was just a week ago, but it was just a week ago. So I was so excited to see Jensen early Monday morning because I hadn't seen him all weekend. He was less than thrilled to see me, but it's okay. He gave me good hugs later in the day to make up for it. We also got his fall pictures back from daycare, and they turned out so cute. I posted a few of them on Instagram so you guys could see that. But like I don't remember anything like from that night being super special. Tuesday, we didn't go to swim because he had his 15-month appointment. And aside from like his embarrassing amount of tantrums that he was having while we were there, like everything looks good. He is continuing to grow and gain weight and height in the way that she wants to see it. He's always been towards, like to me, he's like middle of the road average. But to her, I guess she'd rather see them higher up. I don't know. He's been sitting in like the 50th, 60th percentile, which is perfect to me. So I don't know. But she always makes remarks like, oh yes, he continues to go up the curve. Like this is exactly what we want to see. Like makes a big deal out of it. So it must be important. But yeah, he got 4 shots this go around, 3 plus the flu shot. So normally he has a pretty good reaction to the shots. He usually ends up with like golf balls on his legs and is in a lot of pain with a low-grade fever, but this time he didn't have any of that. So I'm pretty thrilled with how he responded to shots this time. He is also getting tooth number 7 and 8. 7's popped through all the way. It has to keep coming through. 8 is popping through, it looked like today. So he's had a bit, like, actually, it's been a better week than it was last week. definitely throwing the tantrums, definitely pushing our buttons, but so far so good. Like he's doing pretty well right now, especially with the shots and everything. Sad we missed swim because I feel like the week before that his swim was the best swim class he had ever had. He just had such a good time with it. So hoping that that can continue this week when we go to swim. And then, oh goodness, Wednesday. There was something Wednesday. I had the day off, but Jensen went to daycare, and then I picked him up and we went over to Darshell's. We had a little play date. The boys did a little weenie roast. It was a good time. Again, we had to leave because Jensen was kind of being a terror, but Thursday was Thanksgiving. I should have ran a turkey trot, but didn't. We were pretty lazy. We stayed home and just enjoyed the time at home together and watched the parade. Jensen, after his nap, we went to my dad's house for dinner. It was just me, Drew, my brother, my dad, and my bonus mom, Jensen. Like, that was it. Super small, super easy, laid back. It was a good time. So we did that. That was pretty much it. Thanksgiving was fine. I have talked about it a lot in the past, but holidays have been a pretty big trigger for me, anxiety, depression wise. I just have a lot of some pretty bad memories, specifically surrounding Thanksgiving, that tend to trigger some down moods. But I think this year, I noticed after, was a year that I didn't think about missing my mom on Thanksgiving. I didn't, like, I know, I miss her every day, but there are some days where I remember specifically thinking about it. And this year was a year that I didn't. And those are always like weird feelings because you feel like damn, I should feel a little bit sad that I don't have my mom here. But then I was also relieved that I didn't feel sad. It's a mix of emotions and it's kind of hard to, I think, explain unless you know exactly where I'm coming from. But I don't know. It was a good day. So that was it. Friday, we stayed at home all day, I think, and I did all my shopping. I got to go for a walk with Jensen, and it was really nice. Today, Saturday, the weather was gorgeous, so I took Jensen to the zoo while my husband stayed home and put up Christmas lights. So that was our week. Having to cut and film this a little bit later, so that's why the camera scene changed, and now we'll get into the plans for this week, which feel like a lot, but also is not going to feel quite, I don't know, not quite so much right now when we are putting stickers down, but I think it will fill up to be quite a busy week. Monday, we just have dinner at my dad's. I also have a dentist appointment. I'm going to be going to Starbucks in the morning. Monday mornings are my Starbucks mornings, although my Starbucks is currently out of the chestnut praline syrup, and that makes me really sad because that's like my winter drink. But it's okay. So I'll be putting down a little cup there for Starbucks, and I'm putting down these double full boxes now. That's just where my brain flowed or didn't flow earlier today while I was filming this. But I'll be putting down a sticker for Starbucks, and then my dentist appointment is just a regular cleaning. Thank goodness. I've had my fill of like the endodontist and the orthodontist lately, so it's a normal routine cleaning, hopefully. It's also my first appointment after, like, cleaning appointment after starting the Invisalign, which I think will be interesting to hear what they say. But anyway, I'm going to be putting in a full box there, and then I'll be leaving. I end up putting in one of those like orange spice banners, and then the little utensil icon with the dinner typography for dinner at my dad's. And then I do have a box at the end of the night because I I think I mentioned this a couple weeks ago. I realized that after Jensen goes to bed is when I do the things or don't do the things. Sometimes I just go to bed and sometimes I sit around and do nothing. But sometimes I do things and that's when I need a box, is after he goes to bed. So that is how I'm going to choose to fill in this day. Now Linus, my other dog, is like licking his paw and it's driving me nuts. Can we not lick right now, buddy? You can lick later. Not right now. So yeah, I'm going to put in that banner there. I think it's going to end up looking okay. Adding in that little banner made it kind of busy with how busy that box is up above. But I mean, I think it turned out okay. Thinking about Tuesday, trying to think ahead of this. Tuesday we have swim class. My husband also has a doctor's appointment, which in no way affects me because it's in like the middle of the day. But it's just important for me to remember if for some reason Jensen were to get sick and not be able to go to daycare, or someone would have COVID and he ended up being stuck at home. I don't know. It's just those are things that are important for me to note. So I just put that in there. He has a doctor's appointment in the middle of the day. Oh yes. I really wanted to use that water plant sticker, but I went with the gray one. But I only had one in my sticker book, so I do need to refill my sticker book. That was the plan for tonight, but I'm slowly getting more and more tired, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to it tonight or if it'll be a tomorrow during nap kind of thing. But what else Tuesday? I think that's it. Like, we have swim. Tuesday ended up with some awkward spacing. I kind of struggled to get a good feel as to what stickers I wanted to use where. I don't think I would have had as many weird spacing issues if I had just done the 4 heart checklist. Like, I was trying to decide at the beginning if I wanted to do a 4 or a 3. Ultimately, I went with a 3, and I don't know if that was the best choice, but we had to stick with it. So that's Tuesday. Wednesday we don't have anything, but after I got done filming this, I realized that Wednesday is the 1st. So that'll be the day that I start my Vlogmas and my advent calendars. So I'll probably mark that in. And then, but other than that, like, we don't have anything going on. Thursday, Drew has a haircut. And so I put a important sticker down just to remind me that I need to be the one to pick up Jensen, which when I was starting to think about this, I'm pretty sure I have an after school meeting that day, which makes things interesting because I guess I probably didn't realize that Drew had a haircut and I have to get Jensen picked up by a decent time. So I'll have to figure that out on Thursday. But Dallas also plays Thursday night, so we'll be watching that game. And that'll be our Thursday. Friday is my husband's payday, so I'll be putting down a sticker for that. But no plans that evening. I don't believe there are no plans as of right now on Saturday. So I just put some functional stuff down. And then Sunday, my husband has a tattoo appointment at 11. So it'll be a Mommy Jensen day while he goes and gets that done. And then Kansas City plays that evening. So we'll be watching that game. My husband is going in for his touch-up appointment. So his legs are completely done. She just has to go back in and do all of the touch-ups because this was a 2-year-long piece for both of his legs. We started this process 2 years ago, like literally two years ago. So she's doing some touch-ups and redoing the outlines and all of those things. So she'll get that done on him. She said it won't be a very fun appointment for him, which kind of sucks because there's a lot of touching up that needs to be done, but it'll be nice for him to have those pieces completely done. If you guys have not been around my channel, my husband has two leg sleeves from his ankles to his knees of Toy Story characters on both legs, all the way around. Like, wrap it up. It's on there. So it really is cool. But speaking of tattoos, I forgot to mention that Friday I also had my first color appointment done on my tattoo, my fox and the hound one. So I think she said it'll be 2 more appointments. She originally thought just 1 more, but probably 3. So my arm actually doesn't feel too bad. It doesn't feel great, but it doesn't feel bad. So there's there's that. I have my second color appointment at the end of December. So it'll be good, but it won't be done until mid-February, unfortunately. But that's okay. We're just rolling with it at this point. But yeah, I think that's the bulk of it. I know I talked faster than my plans this week. I don't know. I'm trying to just figure things out how I want to do this my YouTube videos right now. I love the longer chatty ones if I have things to talk about and if it doesn't feel so boring. I also want to do another Instagram stories live, Instagram live plan with me. I have not given up on figuring out the YouTube. Honestly, it's just a time thing. My husband has been trying to help me figure it out. We just not had time to put forth the mental energy into figuring it out. It can't honestly be that hard, but it's just, I do want to figure it out because I think it'll be really rad and a lot of fun to do YouTube live videos, but I've got to have time to figure it out. And that is not something we've had a surplus of lately. So that's still on my radar. And then I do want to do a plan as I go series, probably that last week of December. So like New Year's Eve week, I guess. I think that's because that'll be my first week in my new planner. So I'll probably do a plan as I go series that week because I'm off. I'm having trouble speaking right now. I'm really struggling to put words together for whatever reason. I must be tired, which would make sense because I have had a baby attached at my hip a lot of the day, or chasing him around, or pulling him out of things he shouldn't be touching. So I don't know. Maybe that has a lot to do with it. But we're going to aim for a plan as I go that week. I thought about trying to do 2 weeks of a plan as I go series, like back-to-back weeks for my entire break, but those videos do take extra time. And so I'm just thinking that first week of break, I actually have a lot going on. My husband is getting LASIK and I'm having to kind of work around some of that stuff. And I also have an orthodontist appointment and just being home for the holidays kind of stuff, like Christmas stuff with family and friends. So we've got a lot to do that week, and I think it'll be best if maybe I just hold off and do the plan as I go for the following week. But, oh man, okay, did I talk long enough? Sometimes going back and doing these voiceovers is more work, but I think the audio turns out better at least, and I sound more alive now than I did earlier, trust me. We had just gotten back from the zoo and I think I was a little bit more exhausted than I had thought. It really was a good time, but if you've ever taken a 1-year-old to the zoo by yourself, you probably understand the exhaustion. Plus, our zoo is 40 minutes from our house, so there's a long drive, a long 3.5 hours that we were gone from the house. But that's it, I think. So next week should be a normal plan with me. or maybe we'll do a live plan with me on Instagram. I don't, just watch my stories. We'll figure it out. Vlogmas starts next week, so we've got that going. And I don't know. Let's make this December rock somehow. We're gonna make it through, and it's gonna be fine. So that is the overall spread. I love this. Man, I love these colors. I love this theme. I love the plaid thrown in there. I'm in love. There's all the freebies. But as always, you guys can use my code Kayla10 for 10% off your order at Sweet Kawaii Design, and then you'll get my freebie as well. So I'll show you that here in just a second. But that's it. There it is. How cute. Wonderful. All right. Bye, guys.